Hey everybody, Matt with Copper Altcoins, and just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I've had a chance to go through that penny box. It's taken me a little longer because it was the holiday, and I definitely needed to spend some time with family, well deserved, and just take a few days off. Been working pretty hard this year, so I definitely didn't mind taking a few days. But uh, a hunt that started just before Christmas and really kind of spread it out over a couple days has turned into quite a few finds from this box. So it's the companion box to the nickel box that produced so much. So I was really hopeful that maybe maybe the pennies would do the same thing as the nickels, and for the most part, it didn't disappoint. So I want to take you through a few of the finds that we have. As you can see, I got three Canadian pennies. I believe, based on the dates, each one of those will fill a spot in my Canadian penny book. You can see we had one more recent ones with the diadem crown and two of them without. We did find four 1959D pennies. We'll be hanging on to those. The 19, or I'm sorry, not 19, but the 2009s, I hang on to those because of their low mintage. And as you can see, I got a stack of 10 plus six others for a total of 16. That's pretty good number. I've had higher, but that's nothing to be ashamed of. Pulling back here, I found 10 wheat pennies. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to start right to left here with one of the most current ones, 1958D, with a gnarly scratch right across the front. And I believe, yeah, it has it right across the back. Not sure what caused that, or if it's deep or mostly on the surface. I may, since it's in terrible shape, take a little bit of a edge and try to scrape some of that off if it's surface. Otherwise, I think it unfortunately it is a pretty mean scratch across the face of a wheat penny, but it is one of the more recent one of the most recently minted ones, and not worth a whole lot unless it's in pristine shape, which this is not. So it might be just kind of an interesting conversation piece. Moving on, got a 1957D, two 1956Ds. I got a 1948 Philly, a 1947 Denver, 1946 Denver, 1944 Denver, a 1935 Denver, and the oldest of the box was, and this got me pretty excited because it was the second one that was in the box, was a 1929. And I can't remember if that might be a D. I think it's a D. I'll have to go back and double check and see if any of these fill a spot within my book. I believe the 29 does, so that's a big help. One other thing that I was going to show you is I found quite a few of these pennies with toning on them. Not sure, hopefully that'll focus. Not sure what specifically has caused this. Boy, how about I'll put it down. Not sure what's causing all that toning. It can be a number of things, from chemicals to adhesive, if it was held in an album for some reason. But sometimes it's just environmental damage to them. So since I found so many of them, it got me to thinking maybe I'll just hold aside a bunch of these from each hunt, since it looks like I've got fewer than 10 that I decided to hang on to. It's not going to cost too much to do that, and it might be interested over time to see just what kind of toner date set that I might be able to create. Anyway, it's something I'm thinking about. Not necessarily sure that I'll be doing it, and as you can see, there was kind of a nice bunch of them. Had several here that I'm going to be checking my album for either space fillers or updates. And then finally, I had this stack of 1961D cents. I had found these, and the thing that we look for with the 61D is some type of RPM or repunched mint mark. After I get done with this video, I'm going to take a look at those, see if there's anything found there. The hard thing is there's just dozens and dozens of different varieties of this repinchment mark, so it takes quite a while to look through. I'll do that a little bit later. The final thing I wanted to show was a 1969D. When we look at that, we're looking for a floating roof reverse, no FG. So, as you can see, we have a 1969D on my scope. We'll turn it over, see what we got. I had a number of these, but this one I just wanted to kind of take a look at. Okay, the FG is the artist's initials that would appear right about at the end of my finger here. I don't see anything there. I'll zoom in a little bit closer later to check it out. It doesn't appear that there is artist initials there, so that's one good sign. So the floating roof is where the two ends here, let me see if I can find something to point with. Okay, the two ends right here and right here. Those would normally have lines that attach that roof to the rest of the building, but in this case, it looks like the left one is definitely not there. That right one, though, looks like it is there, and that's probably enough to disqualify it from being a floating roof. But we'll take a closer look and see if that's there. I do have a couple good examples of those that I can show on another video, that it's clearly not there on either side. And that's a pretty exciting time when you find something like that. So anyhow, it's been a good hunt. Found lots of things that I'm going to be keeping, maybe updating in my book. For now, wanted to, since it's the day after Christmas, wanted to wish everybody, continuing to have a Merry Christmas this year. And with the new year coming up, hopefully a chance to rest and refresh and be able to kind of reset in time to start 2021 on a good note. And hopefully over the course of 2021, we can get away, move away from the, kind of the tragic effects of this virus and the influence it's had on our daily lives. I'd love nothing more than to be able to get together again with family and friends, go out into public without wearing a mask. So my hope is that in this coming year, that'll be what we can find again. Anyhow, we'll hopefully talk with you guys soon. I plan on Monday to have a box of quarters to go through. We'll see if those are all new quarters and we're on a W hunt, or if they're older quarters, we'll go hunting for silver and anything else we might be able to find. Until then, this is Matt with Copper Owl Coins. We'll see you later.